But I have released, but because there is a discussion in Dewan Undangan Negeri, so any question we can release the information. So that's not, but we cannot say here is an archive for all of you to go into it and do it. No, cannot. No, I can't. I can't. Because I didn't know which one is state, which is the federal. I spoke in Parliament. I suggest to them to change the OSA. Then somebody asked me whether I can introduce a bill in Selangor for this. No, there is in the Constitution, you cannot do any bill that is not incongruent with the federal. So it could be null and void. So it's a waste of time. We are making things quite open. I don't think compared to the previous group of people.
See, what about information like development in sensitive areas, hillside, green marsh, and residents sometimes?
Oh no, that will be made available because we are going to show to you the, of course, town and country planning report.
Just like just now you give the example of the BPR investigation, right? Can we get access to those documents? After all, it's of public interest to know.
No, but because I also didn't even know the letter, so we are now even searching for it. Yeah, because it's not that I can just put in the computer and all that. It's not.
What about the public declaration?
No, the public declaration is still in the hands of our people. They are discussing it with Ernst & Young, because there are areas that sometimes people they are quite sensitive. They don't want to reveal the total. They buy this piece of land. They have that. They have, but they didn't want to do it. So what Ernst & Young may want to do is to value this and then give the total valuation. And of course, fair enough. It is, while you have a right to information, is also right to privacy. But in the totality will be given to the people. But unless you feel, then later on there are a few people who say, I want the detail. Then we call you, get Ernst & Young, and get the person concerned, and they give you the detail. So it will be made available. But the question is the record keeping must be done. And there are people who are not in Selangor. There are people in some of members of Dewan Undangan Negeri in our Pakatan state felt that if they reveal that they have extra wealth and they are worried about the security of their children. That's also an issue. But which we say, let's face it, we have an obligation to do it. Yeah.
Yes, and only because like now free water is also going to people who are very rich, living in big bungalows, and then people living in the low-cost flats, because they don't have the meter, they don't get
the rich people, what they consume, they will have to pay higher. But it's the base. In order to like the concept of education for all, then you have to have the base. 20 meter cube is not the total amount of consumption by household. Is 30 meter cube. That means they have to. The 20 meter cube is the lowest base in terms of consumption. Normally people use up to 30 meter cube. But for the rich people, they are talking about multiple of that. It's better to give all and do this discriminatory exercise. Except for scholarship, we do it. Those who are rich will not be doing it. But for us, free water, free education, and the basic health service should be the so-called free. So we are not totally egalitarian. If you look at my face, you wouldn't believe that I'm egalitarian. I believe that the society must be given what is due to them.
On the water issue itself, now that you're giving back to the people, the state's revenue itself is definitely going to be affected. How is that going to...
now, okay, that's the trick that you can see the way that I have done. It is not from the state government resources. It's from the investment wing of the government. Because the state government is not involved in the funding of the project. It is the the KDV. That means we are saying it is now time the private sector, part of the state government, provide this situation. So if they make a lot of profit, then not only they translate it in terms of the dividend, which goes back to the state government, but rather than that, give dividend straight to the people. That's how it is done. Of course, later on you will see the way it is been done. It is we'll come up with a circular document on that. I will not tell you because I'm told to make sure that I don't reveal the restructuring mechanism, so that later on other state will pay Selangor for the the consultancy fees. You can see, I think other states would have loved to do this. This is even though it looks simple, other states would have loved to do it. This is
policy for the other states. For instance, right now, because there is inconsistency, you say free water in Selangor, no free water in Selangor.
There will be a conference or a meeting of all the Menteri Besar and Ketua Menteri of Pakatan Rakyat, and then we work out what are the policy parameter to the. But for Selangor, we cannot stop from doing it because it was part of the manifesto.
Are there any more teething problems after 100 days?
In business, as it you can project, but in politics, I think the thing it will be continuous. But I do not think. I think the basic issue has been trashed out, but except for the dealing with the community. I think the expectation by the people of Selangor is reasonably high. So they not only they want efficient state, they want it to be translated. The translation is very basic, just like you say, security, cleanliness, environmental friendly. They have a list of checklists, and if you look at that, then you are staying in the most. I would have loved to stay in the place of that. The town hawkers must be proper, very clean. The stall must be proper. Everybody. So if you are talking about the checklist, they are quite good in the demand, and we are trying. But that is very subjective. You may have got all the money in the world, all the intention in the world, but you have bad managers, you have a problem.
Is that the biggest challenge you'll be facing after this?
Yeah, the biggest challenge is the Menteri Besar has not gone on the street yet. You have to go to the street. Could you imagine I go on the street and everybody will come, apa ni, longkang masih kotor, itu masih. Yeah, but then you clean it up for 2 days, and then the next 1 week later you will be in the same position. So you are talking about cleaning up a river. A river starts from Gombak, then it enters the federal territory, and then you go to others. How do you resolve all this? You have to think a long way. Yeah. So these are what they call the issues that you have to grapple with.